Along with the conflict resolution model, we are going to go through a bunch of anger management techniques that you can use immediately whenever you feel your next anger outburst approaching. Some techniques work better for some people than others, so give them all a try over the next few weeks to find the ones that resonate with you the most. Some people prefer to use one go-to method, while others prefer to use a combination of techniques. You will find a list of the different techniques, an outline of the ABCD model, and a self-guided meditation script in the PDF handouts included in this section of the course. Hopefully, after this module, you'll feel much more equipped with tangible things you can do immediately to manage your anger. Let's get started. In this module, we are going to go over many different techniques that you can use to help manage your anger. We'll go through each one of these one by one. I think the backdrop of this presentation is a good example of how much work goes on under the surface when managing our anger. Let's start with progressive muscle relaxation. It's a technique that physically relaxes your body in order to slow down the anger response. I'm going to talk you through this exercise right now so you can experience it for yourself. Try to follow along with me by sitting back in a comfortable position in your chair or lying down if you are able to. So start by breathing in and tensing your entire foot. You want to tense it hard, but not to the point of pain or cramping, and hold it for 5 seconds. Now breathe out and completely relax your foot. Next, breathe in and tense your calves. And again, we're going to hold this for 5 seconds. Now breathe out and completely relax your calves. Now breathe in and tense your thighs. Breathe out and completely relax your thighs. Next, we're going to breathe in and tense your glutes. Now breathe out and completely relax your glutes. Next, breathe in and tense your belly. Now breathe out and completely relax your belly. Next, breathe in and tense your chest. Then breathe out and completely relax your chest. Next, breathe in and tense your back. Now breathe out and completely relax your back. Next, breathe in and tense your biceps. Breathe out and completely relax your biceps. Next, breathe in and tense your forearms. Breathe out and completely relax your forearms. Breathe in and tense every part of your hands. Breathe out and completely relax your hands. Next, breathe in and tense your neck. Breathe out and completely relax your neck. Next, breathe in and tense your face. Breathe out and completely relax your face. And I want you to take a second and notice the difference between how the muscles feel when they're tense versus how they feel when they're relaxed. Now take the next 5 seconds to relax and to bring yourself back to the present, or pause the video and take as long as you'd like to stay in the state of relaxation. The next anger management technique, now that you're all calm and we can go through these, is to take a time out. So taking a time out is removing yourself from the situation as soon as you feel your anger going above a 3 on the anger meter. If you feel yourself getting angry with another person or a group, tell them you need a timeout. Don't just get up and leave. Instead, explain how you're feeling and why you need to excuse yourself for a few minutes. Next, we're going to look at deep breathing. So deep breathing exercises are extremely effective in relaxing the body as well. When you breathe deeply, it sends a message to your brain to calm down and relax. Your brain then sends a message to the rest of your body. Those things that happen when you are stressed, such as an increased heart rate, fast breathing, and high blood pressure, all decrease when you breathe deeply and relax. So for belly breathing, you're going to sit or lie flat in a comfortable position. Put one hand on your belly or just below the ribs and the other hand on your chest. You then close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let your belly push your hands out. You then breathe out through pursed lips as if you were whistling. Do this breathing 3 to 10 times. And again, I would really encourage that you pause this video and practice this a few times and just note how you feel when you're done. The other type of breathing that is super helpful is called resonant breathing. And it's really simple. And when you're angry, it's so easy to remember. You just inhale for a count of 5 and exhale for a count of 5. And you continue this breathing pattern for at least a few minutes. And again, feel free to pause this video and to go through that breathing exercise yourself. The next anger management technique is called the ABCD model. So the ABCD model was developed by Albert Ellis, and it's regarded worldwide as a powerful tool to overcome anger management problems. So there's a PDF of this model that you can download to have this easily accessible to you as well. So A stands for the activation agent, which is the situation that triggers your anger. B is believing, how you interpret the activating event. C are the consequences. This is your feelings and actions in response to your belief. And D is the dispute. So disputing is checking in with beliefs if they are realistic or just distortions from being worked up. This is significant in anger management. So to show you this as an example, let's say the activation agent is that you're driving and someone cuts you off. Believing, you might start to think or believe everyone is so reckless nowadays, they treat others like pests. The consequence of that belief is that you notice that your muscles are tense, your heart rate is high, and you feel like you want to hit the steering wheel. You roll down your window and yell at the other driver. Or you could start to dispute this. You could say to yourself, maybe he had some emergency. Probably not, but you never know. This is life. Disputing your irrational belief with this kind of rational self-talk diffuses the anger and helps to calm you down. Now, another anger management technique is called thought stopping. So thought stopping is simply telling yourself through a series of self-commands to stop thinking the thoughts that are getting you angry. So for example, you might tell yourself, I need to stop thinking these thoughts. I will only get in trouble if I keep thinking this way. Or don't buy into this situation, or don't go there. In other words, instead of trying to dispute your thoughts and beliefs as outlined in the ABCD model described above, the goal is to stop your current pattern of angry thoughts before they lead to an escalation of anger and loss of control. So next, we want to talk it out. So if you have someone in your life who you can rely on, talking through the issue could be a helpful way to ease your anger. Although, be careful to be selective about who you talk to, what you're talking about, and how frequently you're speaking about your anger. We want to avoid a situation where we become a burden on the people around us. We also want to avoid a situation where venting our anger leads us to become more angry, essentially adding fuel to that fire. The most helpful resource would be to speak to a mental health professional, because having an unbiased ear listening to you is extremely helpful. So the next tool that we can use is to journal. And I know we talked about this a little bit before as well. So journaling is a great resource for both assertiveness and anger management. When you feel anger coming on, start writing about how you're feeling. It's not only a great way to help you identify your feelings and thoughts, but also helps you channel your anger onto the paper or note app if you're using the phone rather than the individual. And then next, as we just talked about, is to problem solve through the conflict resolution model. So what is the problem causing the conflict? What are your feelings about the conflict? What is the impact of the problem that's caused the conflict? Will you resolve this conflict or let it go? And if you choose to, resolve the conflict. And going through the conflict resolution model is really, really great in de-escalating our anger. The next technique is to distract yourself. So ruminating on the situation that caused your anger will prompt further anger development. By distracting yourself, you can prevent your anger from escalating. This technique can be used for short-term anger relief, but should not prevent you from emotionally resolving the problem as discussed in the conflict resolution model. So here are some ideas for ways to distract yourself. You could do something simple like watch a funny YouTube video, listen to your favorite song. You could exercise, clean something, weed the garden, play with your children, count backwards, do something creative like drawing or coloring. Focus your attention on your environment by naming all the colors in the room. Try to memorize or recall objects you see in the room. You can read a good book. So maybe now, if you want to pause this video, you can take a few minutes to think about some distractions that would work well for you and commit to utilizing them when you become higher than a 3 on the anger meter. The next tip is to use what's called a calm down kit. So, preparing ahead is a great way to ensure that you have the tools and resources you need immediately at your disposal should you start to notice your anger triggers. A calm down kit is like a first aid kit for your anger. It should include all of the things that help you relax. So, think about some items that engage your senses. A good calm down kit could include things like a scented hand lotion, chapstick, a picture of a fond memory, a favorite spiritual passage or quote you can recite out loud, or a few pieces of your favorite chocolate. You can also create a virtual calm down kit that you can keep on your phone and access anywhere. For example, create a folder on your phone or computer filled with digital files or apps that help you to relax. For instance, a virtual calm down kit might include a guided meditation app, calming music or images, or breathing exercises to keep in your virtual calm down kit. Or print them out and include them in your physical calm down kit. And then finally, we can practice guided meditation. So, guided meditation is one technique you could use to clear angry energy from your mind, promote positive thinking, and gain inner peace. You can practice this technique by either reading through the meditation yourself or having someone else read it to you. Now, if you see there's a PDF included in this module of a guided meditation, or you can also search for guided meditations on YouTube or through various meditation apps. So hopefully this gives you a good overview of some really concrete anger management techniques, and you can take the time to practice these different ones and find out which one really works best for you.